All right, so you're your own boss or you're trying to be your own boss, but do you need to set up an LLC now? There's supposed to be some sort of like tax savings if you do that, or some sort of protection where people can't sue you. And wouldn't it just be nice if someone explained this in a simple, easy to understand video? Hey there everybody, my name's Rob Anderson. I'm the founder of Moneybeard. I started Moneybeard to help you learn how you can make a six-figure income and then grow it doing what you love. Today I want to break down really simply what an LLC is, what it can do for you if you're self-employed, if you need one, or if it's just kind of a big waste of time and a hassle. Mostly I want to talk to people who, like me, are self-employed. Whether you're an entertainer like me, or you're a photographer, an electrician, or you do anything where you yourself are the business and you are self-employed, I want to speak mostly to you today in this video. So let's go over what an LLC is. All right, so a limited liability company is its own legal entity, like a person that can do many things a person can do, such as make money, own property, pay taxes, or be sued in court. So let's just say an LLC is like this balloon here, and you are this deck of playing cards because that's what I had, so deal with it. You, as the managing member of the LLC, are your own legal entity and exist separately from, but also inside of, your LLC, and are protected against lawsuits and bankruptcy in most cases. Pretty cool, I know. Now, if you personally were to do something like guarantee a loan for the LLC, or do something grossly negligent and stupid, or illegal while conducting business, that LLC, not going to protect you. And by the way, before I get into any of this, let me just clarify, I am not an attorney and this should not be considered sound legal advice. I'm just a guy that runs 3 small businesses, so what do I know? Okay, legal liabilities. Let's get into when you are and when you're not protected. So let's say you show up to do a job somewhere and you have your assistant with you. And in the course of completing the work, your assistant damages something on the client's property. In that instance, your LLC could be sued and money and property owned by the LLC could be collected to pay for damages. And your assistant could be sued as well, but you yourself could not be held liable. You would be protected by your LLC. Now, if on that same job for the same client, you yourself damaged the client's property, the LLC and you personally could be sued and held liable for your actions. You would not be protected in a case like that because that could be considered your personal negligence. Bankruptcy protection works in a similar sort of context, where if the LLC itself goes and secures a loan and goes bankrupt, then the LLC's assets can be seized to help pay the creditors. But you yourself would be protected in most cases. But let's just say the LLC goes and gets a loan, but the LLC doesn't have the assets on hand to put up as collateral for that loan. That could mean that you yourself personally would need to guarantee that loan for the LLC. And that means that you yourself personally would be held responsible for paying back that loan even if the LLC goes bankrupt. You would not be protected by the LLC in that instance. All right, tax benefits of having an LLC. And again, I'm gonna try to keep this as simple as possible. LLCs are subject to what's known as pass-through taxation. In other words, there's no corporate tax for an LLC, and your profits are just reported on your personal tax returns. Those profits on your personal tax returns are subject to state tax, federal tax, and self-employment tax of 15.3%. The reason that tax rate is important is because there is a way to pay a significantly lower amount of self-employment tax, and that's by setting up an S-Corp. An S-Corp is a type of LLC, and the most important thing to know as far as the taxes go is that the IRS expects you to pay yourself a reasonable salary. That reasonable salary comes out of your profits and will be subject to federal, state, and self-employment tax. But after that, any profits that go beyond your salary you pay yourself will not be subject to self-employment tax. Now, obviously you can get a big tax break here, but this is where reasonable salary also comes in. Clearly, the IRS is not going to let you get away with paying yourself a $2,000 salary and not collecting taxes on the rest of that however much income you made that year. Let me give you an easy example as to how this can work. Let's say your business profits are $100,000 after expenses, and you set up a single member LLC. That means you will owe that 15.3% self-employment tax on the entire $100,000 profit. So $15,300. Yeah. However, if you had those same profits and were set up as an S-Corp, you could pay yourself a reasonable salary of, say, $60,000, and the remaining $40,000 profit would not be subject to self-employment tax. This alone yields a tax savings of $6,120. And obviously, as your business profits go up, your tax savings go up as well. Now, something to be careful of here, though, is what the IRS may consider a reasonable salary for your profession. Me, as a magician, it's pretty easy to say that, you know, a $60,000 salary, it's pretty hard to judge what a magician's salary normally would be because it's such an obscure job title. But $60,000, I mean, you know, sounds about right. However, okay, what if I'm a plastic surgeon? If I'm a plastic surgeon and I report a salary to the IRS of $60,000, well, first of all, if my total business profits were $100,000 as a plastic surgeon, I'm probably not doing too well. The business is going under. But, you know, they judge it based on what you do for a profession. And yeah, I mean, if I had a $1 million profit this year, and yeah, I'm a plastic surgeon, and I paid myself a salary of $60,000, that's going to raise a few eyebrows. You're basically trying to get audited at that point. You have to be careful. So getting back to the question of, do you need an LLC? Is it a big hassle? Is it too expensive to set one up? First of all, an LLC only costs a few $100s a year to set up and manage, and you can do it on a number of websites such as LegalZoom. Hopefully this video has given you some guidance, but ultimately you have to take a look at your risks, how much risk of potential lawsuits you have. Do you have assistants or employees working for you that you have to worry about potentially getting your business sued? Could you or the business be at risk for defaulting on a loan? And also, how much money are you making? Is there a tax savings that could be there for you if you set yourself up as an S-Corp as opposed to just going at it alone as a sole proprietor? I do hope this video has made it easy to understand if you're trying to be self-employed. That was my goal, as it is with all of the videos here on the Moneybeard channel. The Moneybeard channel is focused on helping you make 6 figures or more as a self-employed individual and then growing that wealth. So make sure you smash the like button, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and I look forward to seeing you back here real soon.